economy is largely driven by world-leading automobile companies like Volkswagen, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz.
Trade war tensions have escalated between the United States and China.
For years, Germany's leading automotive brands have poured immense investments into the American market, building massive factories, forging strong customer relationships, and integrating deeply into the U.S. economy. But recent developments suggest a shift that could reshape this long-standing balance. Despite efforts by the Trump administration to portray America as a profitable and reliable production hub, the high tariffs and protectionist trade policies introduced during his tenure have begun to push German automotive giants, including Volkswagen, Audi, and Mercedes-Benz, toward a different direction, China. This pivot represents a significant challenge for the U.S. automotive industry. How did we arrive at such a crossroads between two nations, the U.S. and Germany, whose economic ties once seemed unbreakable? Why has China emerged as a favored destination for German production and R&D investments? Let's explore the story behind this shift. During Trump's presidency, the U.S. adopted a new approach to global trade under the banner of America First.
America First.
This policy led to sweeping tariff hikes targeting both Europe and China, with the automotive sector among the most affected. Trump argued that German automakers were disrupting trade balances by selling large numbers of cars in the U.S., putting American manufacturers at a disadvantage.
Now what makes this even worse for German car makers is the timing, really. This comes at a really, really bad time.
At a time when German brands were already reassessing their global strategies, the looming threat of additional taxes made the U.S. an increasingly uncertain environment for investment. In contrast, China, with its vast consumer base, expanding middle class, and generous government incentives, emerged as an appealing alternative. Producing vehicles in China allows German automakers to bypass customs duties, gain a price advantage in the domestic market, and appeal to local consumers with a made-in-China label. The Chinese government, eager to lead in electric mobility and smart transport, offers subsidies and support for foreign investment, particularly in high-tech sectors. This further sweetens the deal for German firms. Additionally, the Chinese market already generates enormous revenue for these companies. Establishing local production and R&D capabilities strengthens their presence and competitiveness. China also offers advanced technological infrastructure, from battery innovation to intelligent transportation networks, making it a strategic hub for future-focused automotive development. In contrast, the U.S. has become less attractive. The unpredictability of American trade policy and the financial risk posed by tariffs create barriers for long-term planning. While the Trump administration hoped to lure European companies into investing in the U.S., its protectionist stance appears to have had the opposite effect. A survey conducted by the German Chamber of Commerce in China highlights this trend. Of the 143 companies surveyed, 86% reported being affected by trade tensions. In the automotive sector, that figure rose to 93%. Despite these challenges, many German companies are accelerating their localization in China, reflecting a strategic choice rather than a temporary adjustment. Maximilian Butek, executive director of the German East China Chamber of Commerce, stated that Germany is now the largest European investor in China. In the first half of the previous year alone, German direct investment rose by 12.3% to a record $8.4 billion. This surge is partly because China dominates the global supply chain for key automotive components, while U.S. export controls, particularly in semiconductors, are also impacting operations. Many German firms view China's policies as more transparent and long-term. Though concerns remain over joint venture rules and intellectual property protections, the benefits of investing in China outweigh the drawbacks, especially in terms of profitability and growth potential. New factories in the U.S. could have created thousands of jobs and revived local supply chains. But as German automakers prioritize China, those opportunities are vanishing. Instead of revitalizing the U.S. manufacturing landscape, Trump's policies have made it more difficult for international companies to operate there. Each lost factory represents more than just lost jobs. It also means lost orders for local suppliers, a weakened logistics sector, and fewer chances to participate in the next wave of automotive innovation. German companies, meanwhile, are forming strategic partnerships in China to lead the development of electric vehicles, autonomous technologies, and AI-driven transport systems. The shift is not absolute, German brands still value the U.S. market, but their strategic center of gravity is clearly moving toward China. The reason is simple. China offers size, predictability, and opportunity. The U.S., in its current policy landscape, does not, unless there's a major political or economic shift, such as a new trade deal or a rollback of protectionist policies. This trend is likely to continue. The outcome may be a weakened U.S. automotive industry, reduced influence in global innovation, and lost ground competitors who embrace China's emerging leadership. In the end, it's not ideology but cold economic logic that guides these decisions. German companies are following the numbers, and the numbers point to China. What do you think? Will this shift leave lasting scars on the U.S. auto industry? Are protectionist policies helping or harming America's role in global trade? Share your thoughts in the comments and join the discussion. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and enable notifications so you don't miss future updates. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.